When most people think about NFTs, they tend to think about art NFTs. But there's way more out there in the NFT space. There's so much utility that can be applied to an NFT, and today I'm going to talk about a project that takes utility to the next level and gets you in on the ground floor as projects are being added to the metaverse. Are you ready? Well, hey there, crypto friends. Thanks again for joining me. So today I'm talking about a project that is very high utility when it comes to NFTs. Most people think of NFTs as just being kind of the next generative art project or something that, doesn't really give you any kind of use case for it. But the project we're going to talk about today, called the MetaKey, is something that actually gives you access. And NFTs as access is one of the greatest utilities that I think that we've already started to see come out with a lot of projects, like if you guys are familiar with VeeFriends by Gary Vee and a couple other major projects out there. These NFTs actually give you access to certain amenities, right? They're keys to doing something or to getting some sort of perk. And so we're going to talk all about what the MetaKey is and what kind of perks it can give you around the metaverses that are building out there right now. But before we get into all of that, if you love gaming, NFTs, and earning money in crypto, then make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and smash that like button if you want to continue to maximize your gaming profits with me. All right, let's go take a look at the MetaKey, what it's all about, and why it might be a project you want to look into here for the future if you love gaming and metaverses. All right, so here we are at the MetaKey's website, and as they say, the key to the metaverse. That's the whole point here. And so this, NFT works a lot like you've seen with some of these reward programs that they have in physical form. You have a plastic card, and maybe 10 or 15 businesses have signed on, and you pay a small fee for the card itself, and then you can take it around to these different businesses and get different perks, right? So this is not, the concept itself is not a new concept. We've already seen it, happen here, with I say physical businesses in a lot of senses, or sometimes online business as well. But the forward-thinking idea here is, with NFTs, is that you can control access in a lot greater way and give people access to these really great digital experiences, giving a high utility to an NFT that not only looks cool, but has a real good use case and has continued use cases, not just one. They're always adding new use cases to this. So the MetaKey is, basically a token that can be used across multiple platforms to transform into avatars, game items, exclusive game perks, course material, virtual land, active discounts, and so much more. And so that's kind of what we talk about here when you say, well, the same kind of method has been used, but in a kind of limited way. In a digital sense here, we know that these things are going to be limited, that they're not going to be saturating the market with them. There's nothing worse than buying one of these physical ones, and then you go into your favorite shop where you're supposed to be getting this discount, and they've discontinued it from the program because too many people have been using it, or they've oversold those keys. And so with the MetaKey, you don't have to worry about that because you know the supply on these things. It's an Ethereum-based project. And so the NFTs are on Ethereum. You can find them on OpenSea. Now, basically what, the way it works here is you can buy these NFTs either on OpenSea or Rarible. And if we go and take a look real quick here at OpenSea and what they have available, there are 3 keys currently, and there is a 4th edition key that is being, is coming up. So we make sure we want to look out for that if you want to get on the ground floor of these. The first 3 keys sold out pretty quickly, and they're traded for some pretty high volume at this point. The edition 1, the very first version of the MetaKey, you can see right here, is gone for about 3.6 ETH so far. And then you can see as we've kind of gone down edition 2 and edition 3, respectively 1.6 and 1.2 for these. And funny enough, I actually really love edition 3's artwork. I mean, this artwork on this MetaKey is actually a lot cooler, I feel, than the first 2. So they really outdid themselves with the artwork here, and all these keys give you very similar access. So it's not like, oh my gosh, you're getting less access with the Genesis key. And so the MetaKey is also a very active Discord. So if you want to be up to date with all the latest of what they have going on and what kind of perks they're going to be giving you with this MetaKey, because that's the whole point, right? Is own this NFT and get access and perks by owning one NFT. And so the MetaKey goes around and makes partnerships with a bunch of different games or online platforms that are crypto blockchain based mostly, and that it gives you perks because you own this. So like I said, right now we have these first 3 editions that have been released. They've all been sold out. The first one was only a 500 supply, and then 750 supply for the second one. They called the Artifact. And then the ultimate is it was 1,000 supply. And you can see the original price for these 0.2 ETH. So they have definitely gone up significantly in value, over 10x on these this Genesis one, which is great, and really great return on some of these other ones as well. And close to 10x on these two. We know that these are going to be something that people are going to want to use, and that they are going to go up in value. So the 4th edition is going to be priced at the same original price as the rest of them, but with a $5,000 or 5,000 supply. 5,000 supply. Who knows? 0.2 ETH might be at $5,000 by that time. So what it comes down to is like, well, there's been quite a few of these sold, and there's a pretty diverse amount of owners. 1,400 owners of the actual NFTs themselves, which means that there's a pretty good diverse amount of people. It's not like a bunch of whales holding a bunch of the keys. That's a pretty good sign in my opinion. Now, when it comes to kind of their roadmap here, they're talking about the different physical collectibles, the MetaZone integration, private content dashboard, decentral games integration, Decentraland wearables, virtual land purchase, Shark Tank pitching. Like, there's all kinds of really cool things that you can already get with this. Crypto poll art post integration, and they have some other things coming up, right? So they're gonna have their own Decentraland headquarters and an exclusive hangout, a sandbox integration that they're talking about, and things like an education center and avatar projects that they're gonna be hooking up with to be able to expand how much you're getting, how much value and utility you get out of this NFT. So when it comes down to what people always want to know is, what can you do so far? Stash, if I buy this NFT right now, what can I get? What can I do with it? What happens? Do I get anything? Well, they have ongoing airdrops with partner projects and IPs in the space. Places like RTFKT Studio, wearables for Decentraland. They did a Formula 1 helmet, a sandbox robot, and much more are planned. So, holding this is going to give you continued airdrops and like goodies along the way as they develop more partnerships, right? And also it gets you into some virtual events, things in like Decentraland. So if you're a big fan of Decentraland, this is definitely a really great addition to your NFT collection that can get you some extra perks in DCL as well. Then you also get access to the metaverse, the MetaKey Discord, which is pretty cool. And they're actually looking at a video course, a database for everything NFT and crypto that you'll have access to, and you can continue. They're going to continue to add to. So right now there is utility here. There's not a ton, but there is a lot more coming and planned for this. So, and this project is headed up by DCO Blogger, who on Twitter, who is a friend of mine and someone who's been in the metaverse and NFT space for quite a long time. So definitely a high quality project here, and something, a team that I actually am familiar with and trust already. So if you guys are looking to find a NFT that does have high utility and value, you might want to be looking at the MetaKey and look for their 4th edition drop that's going to be coming soon, or maybe pick one up on OpenSea before they rise up in too much higher price, and you're going to be missing out on some of those early airdrops that they already have with some of their partners. Let me know what you guys think about the MetaKey. If it's something you're already into, if it's something you've heard about, if you like the concept of having a key that's an NFT that gives you access to perks and airdrops and goodies across different IPs as they partner. I think it's a pretty novel idea, and I'm sure this won't be the last of what we see of this kind of access utility type NFT. Well, that's all we have for today, folks. Until next time, stash that crypto, friends.